Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Today, we will be presenting our app, Eco. My name is Julia Hanlon.
My name's Isabel Marvin.
I'm Audrey Robinson.
And I'm Eleanor Edson. So during our week at UVM, we were exposed to many new ideas and people, and from the first Monday, we dove headfirst into digital design, mind mapping, and designing for a consumer. Immediately, the idea of an app was born for our group, and this was only spurred on by our early visit from game theory, where we got the chance to practice design, wireframing, as well as being introduced to the technology Figma, which we used for our final app. So through these lessons, our idea began to take shape for a sustainable habit building app, using waste to value concepts of sustainability as well as the technology from game theory. Despite our shared vision, there was plenty of storming in our group. You'd be so surprised the tensions arise over the different shades of green, but this just goes to show how invested each one of us was in every step of the process. And we worked together on everything from the idea to the design to execution. But if we really break it down, Isa worked especially hard on the technological execution and modeling, Audrey on the app design, and also the design of our beautiful slideshow. And then Julia and myself more on the context of the app and the wireframing.
All right, so we're going to use Figma, hopefully, to walk you through some of the features of our app, which is called ECO, which stands for Everyday Conservation Opportunities. So once you log into the app, you find yourself on the daily challenge page. So we're going to log in, and then the daily challenge page basically lists today's daily challenge, which is a simple step you can take once a day, every day, in order to move towards a more sustainable lifestyle. So for instance, recycling bottles. This page also has a little extra information about why that challenge is important to sustainability overall. And it also contains some links so that if you are interested in finding out more about today's challenge, you can do so from a reputable source. Then when you exit out of this page, you find yourself on the home page, which has an information tab, which has more in-depth information about sustainability overall. So for instance, if you were interested in finding out how to recycle any given thing properly, you could do so. Then back on the home page, we have the community tab, which has a page where you can find other users who've posted about their use on Eco and how they've become more sustainable through the app. So that's the more social side of the app. Then the daily challenge page has today's daily challenge. So for instance, recycling bottles, as well as all previous challenges, so you can look at those, and a spot for you to mark today's challenge as complete. And then finally, the Get Involved tab has a list of local sustainable happenings, goings on, such as, for instance, a community garden or even your local recycling center. And then you can use the drop-down menu to find your profile, which is sort of the social hub of the app. On here, you have your points that you've accrued through using the app, as well as your streak, which is the number of days consecutively used to use the app and earn points on it. You can also find other friends who are using the app, create your own posts, and generally personalize your experience. I'm going to hand it over to Isa.
So moving on to who the audience is for this app. While brainstorming for our project ideas, we were thinking about how we can create a product that can enact real change in little ways for a lot of people. With the introduction of apps as a product form, it allowed outreach and learning to become available to a much broader audience. We then looked at how our audience would interact with the app using personas. We were introduced to personas through game theory, which we then used to cover many and large demographics, including but not limited to a 35-year-old finance bro in the city, a mom of 5 in the suburbs, and a teen just learning about the environment. We made sure the representation for our audience is broad because our app is broad too. In many ways, it's for all those who care. Because our app covers so many demographics, it's crucial that it can be used in a number of ways, supporting different needs and use styles, whether that means a surface level single interaction with the daily challenge, a deeper dive into research or the community, getting engaged with the local garden, or even just to communicate with friends. Our app also provides easy access. With the Info tab, environmental information within the app itself is clear, simple, straightforward, and trustworthy. Our app also brings awareness about the environment through its wide reach and consistent sharing of information, gradually raising users' awareness day by day. Lastly, one of the most foundational aspects of our app, habits. Our app comes with the thought that a little can do a lot. With the small interaction of the daily challenge, it's easy to stay engaged each and every day. The point and streak features, along with the community aspect, provide extra incentive to stay engaged. With a little engagement and a lot of consistency, you can make a difference. All of these features make you more accountable within the app and the environment, building better habits. As a whole, our app allows caring to become both learning and change.
During our week at Agritech Academy, collectively, we can all agree that we learned so many new and different things. We learned in fun and creative ways that allowed us to be hands-on and interact with our surroundings. We would like to start and thank Sarah, Scott, and Liz for giving us this amazing opportunity. The camp exposed us to new materials we wouldn't have had access to in schools. We'd also like to thank our group mentors, Joe and Camille, and our project mentor, Emma, for guiding us through the week and the month that followed. And a special mention and thanks to Steve, the Waste to Value instructor. He showed us new and amazing processes like paper making and renewable resource production. He made each day fun and interactive and helped fuel our presentation and project today. And finally, an extra special thanks to our judges and our audience for your time and attention.
Oh, there's so many questions. That was fantastic. Can you tell me a little bit, so you talked about recycling being one option for how you could utilize this app. What other sort of topics could users learn about through the app?
So through the Info tab, there's I think Figma also showed it, but there's a number of things such as land, social abilities, and about the environment broadly. So things that don't fall into other categories. As far as the daily task, there's also, the intent was that there could be a wide range. So all the way from green up around your area to just turning off the lights. And so there's range of from big to small things, but all things that you can do.